Namaskar, myself Dr. Hiranmaya Nanda. I am an associate professor working at Kids School of Law. I am having 14 years of teaching and research experience in the field of law. I graduated at Masudan Law College. Then I joined Shiksha Anusandhan and DMTV University. Then I joined Kids School of Law, currently working as an head of the department. To my credit, I have published more than 45 research articles, also authored 10 books where I have specifically dealt the issues relating to the women and children, delays in delivery of justice, and the new dimensions of the 21st century. I have a keen interest to deal with the subjects like law of contract, interpretation of the statutes, and personal law. I thank organizer for giving me this opportunity to chair the session in the India's biggest virtual conference on Sustainable Development Goals 2030, Bridging Gaps, Building Futures for Viksit Bharat at 2047. Indeed, it would be a great learning session. Once again, thank you very much. The paper Realizing SDG 2030 and Viksit Bharat 2047 through the efforts of the youth and academia, authored by Dr. Mangalsingh, he specifically explores the crucial role of youth and academia in achieving the SDG, which is vision by 2030, and particularly keeping an eye with the Viksit Bharat 2047. This study highlights how these two gaps serve as a catalyst for the innovation, advocacy, and taking together the inclusive development. In this particular article, the author approached the mixed method research, combining the qualitative analysis, also the quantitative data analysis, to assess the contributions of youth-led initiatives and academia research tackling the core issues like the poverty, gender inequality, climate change, and the digital divide. Pertinently, the policy frameworks like the law of the land, where Article 21 speaks about the personal life and liberty, exclusively Article 21A, which speaks about the right to education, and the Environmental Protection Act, right to livelihood. However, these are some of the key legal frameworks, underscores the systematic challenges and the necessary reforms for these laws are required. Undoubtedly, India has launched many initiatives like Skill India program, Ayushman Bharat, where the paper identifies the very core research gaps pertaining to the enforcement, the governance part, pertaining to the youth employment, and the institutional accountability. Further, the study advocates that the change requires a greater academic policy collaboration at grassroots level, having the engagement and international cooperation to bridge these challenges. However, the author concludes by giving many suggestions that the multi-stakeholder approach, leveraging education, research and technology, which are the essential part of the Sustainable Development Goal and Viksit Bharat. His work serves as a call to action for the policymakers, draftsmen, and the educators, also the youth, to play a very active role in shaping the sustainable development and prosperous future of India. If we work together, undoubtedly we can achieve the goal framed as per SDG as well as for Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. K. Hima Bindu, who is one of the session chairpersons for the International Conference that is Sustainable Development Goals 2030, Bridging Gaps, Building Futures for Viksit Bharat in 2047, organized by Vedant Knowledge Systems. I'm working as professor in the Department of Pharmacology at Andhra Medical College, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, India. I did my MBBS at Sri Venkateswara Medical College, Tirupati, and MD in Pharmacology at Kakatiya Medical College, Warangal. And I have 19 years of long teaching experience, and my passion is teaching. I was the youngest faculty to receive the first Best Teacher Award in the Department of Pharmacology soon after joining my career as assistant professor at Kakatiya Medical College, Warangal. All my research articles so far published are published in the esteemed international journals, including scholar science journals. And I have also one book chapter in BP International's London, UK, which promotes the best scholarly research to the world in their number of voluminous books in various specialties. And I have recently presented a research paper on tuberculosis in an international webinar conducted in Bangkok, Thailand in 2024. Earlier, I served as a reviewer for a few international journals, and recently I have taken the role of reviewer and organizing committee member for International Conference on Breast Cancer, which is going to be conducted at Dubai in November 2025. I'm currently one of the editorial board members of 4 SDM list of journals, and I have received Best Teacher Award in 2006, Best Faculty Award in 2021, and Service of Excellence Award in 2024, and also Certificate of Excellence in Peer Reviewing by BP International UK London. And I am the life member of IMA, IMPA, and APS, and National Association of Pharmacology and Therapeutics, and Indian Pharmacological Society. Thank you. Thank you all.
Hello everyone. This is Amy Sharon Janet, Assistant Professor in Medical Physics working in Jain University. I am going to present assessing the neutron attenuation properties of metallic amorphous alloy. Metallic amorphous alloys, or known as metallic glasses, are being recognized as promising material for neutron attenuation. Their non-crystalline structures contribute to high strength to weight ratios, excellent corrosion resistance, and remarkable thermal stability. These properties make them suitable for use in environments requiring durability and reliability, such as nuclear reactors, medical radiation facilities, and aerospace systems. So additionally, their ability to attenuate neutron effectively can enhance shielding performance while maintaining structural integrity. So next I would like to go to the material modeling and the validation. So here the theoretical models of nuclear attenuation are developed by analyzing material composition, density, and structural parameters. These models are validated by comparing their predictions with the experimental data to ensure reliability. So the iterative refinement of these models help improvement their precision, making them suitable for specific applications such as the shielding, designing nuclear, medical field, and also the aerospace field. So these processes ensure optimal material performances tailored to the real world conditions. So then the challenges are the atomic amorphous materials, the alloys faces challenges in manufacturing and cost as well. So these techniques such as the melt, spinning, and additive manufacturing are essential for large scale production, but pose difficult in achieving uniformity and also the homogeneity in bulk samples. So additionally, high production cost restrict the widespread applications in industries with tight budget constraints. So additioning and addressing these limitations is crucial for the broader adoption in fields like nuclear shielding as well as in the aerospace. So the future directions are like additive manufacturing offers a promising approach for the creating complex geometrics and lowering fabrication cost. So it allows the production of customized design tailored to optimize neutron shielding performances. So the development of hybrid materials combining both metallic glasses with the conventional materials enhances overall performance and the durability. So the furthermore integrating with AI and the machine learning accelerates material design by optimizing compositions and also the processing parameters, then enabling rapid prototyping and cost-effective solutions for the advanced application. So then the research gap and the conclusion. So current research gaps in metallic amorphous alloy include scaling up productions while ensuring material uniformity and addressing secondary radiation management. Ongoing studies focuses on refining manufacturing techniques such as additive manufacturing and hybrid composites, and also developing solutions to mitigate secondary radiation effects. Despite these challenges, metallic amorphous alloy demonstrates significant potential for addressing applications in nuclear power, medical physics, and also in the aerospace engineering. Thank you.
This is my review report for the article Assessing the Neutron Attenuation Properties of Metallic Amorphous Alloys, written by Sharon Janet V from Jain University, Bangalore. The title was relevant to the article. Abstract was comprehensive, keywords, all components included, and they were appropriate. And abbreviations used in the study were correct. And scientific problem was included in the study. Gaps in the existing research was mentioned. And new problems were also discussed. Review of literature was good. Discussion was coherent and conclusions made were convincing and reliable. And references to the earlier studies were included. But some of the old studies were there. I suggest you to remove those old studies which are behind 5 years back studies. And then the article was too lengthy, that is 28 pages. You can concise a little bit as per the norms of the journal. Then number of references also 99 may not be needed. So you can omit all the old references. The other new references are sufficient for your article. The level of author's knowledge was good. Length of paper, that is, you need to little bit concise it. Then English language used in the study was suitable for scholarly communication. And value of the work was scientific with practical utility. And then conflicts of interest and acknowledgements were mentioned in the study. And contribution to the field of research, technical quality and depth of research was very good. So the article may be accepted for publication. Congratulations to you, author.
Hello everyone, myself Aswathy Rajesh, BSc Nuclear Medicine Technology. My topic is Nuclear Medicine, a key driver for sustainable healthcare in India. So, we'll start with introduction. Nuclear medicine is transforming healthcare by addressing non-communicable disease like cancer, cardiovascular disease and neurological disorders, aligning with good health and well-being. Advanced techniques such as PET and SPECT imaging enable early non-invasive diagnosis. Despite the growth in infrastructure with 442 nuclear medicine centers and 359 PET CT centers in India, the per capita availability still lag behind the developed nations. In the vision for Viksit Bharat, nuclear medicine will play a pivotal role in promoting a healthier, more sustainable healthcare system. So, now nuclear medicine for sustainable healthcare. Early diagnosis throughout PET and SPECT imaging enable the early detection of the critical diseases, improving treatment outcomes by identifying conditions and early stages. Radionuclide therapies target Radionuclide therapy target diseased tissues directly, reducing side effect while delivering effective treatment. Cost effectiveness is achieved through early interventions that lower healthcare costs, reduce hospital stays, and mitigate indirect economic burdens. Investigating in rural healthcare infrastructure ensures equitable access to the life-saving nuclear medicine technologies, addressing disparities in healthcare. Lastly, nuclear medicine support sustainable development goal by enhancing public health and alleviating the economic strain caused by the advanced stages diseases. Then, research gaps and challenges. India faces several challenges in nuclear medicine, including limited infrastructure with only 0.3 PET CT scanners per million people compared to 4 per million in US. This result in unequal, especially between urban and rural areas. Additionally, there is a shortage of skilled nuclear medicine specialists and technologists, hindering the quality of care. Public awareness regarding benefits of the nuclear medicine remains limited, affecting its adoption. Furthermore, insufficient public and private funding hampers the development and expansion of the nuclear medicine infrastructure and research. Then future directions and opportunities. To address the challenges in the nuclear medicine, expansion is crucial for including increasing PET-CT scanners and treatment centers in unreserved areas. Skills development through training programs will create a competent workforce, ensuring high quality care. Innovations such as targeted radionuclide therapies and AI integration can improve precision diagnostics and treatments. Then, public-private partnership can provide the necessary funding and resource for expanding nuclear medicine facilities. Additional policies advocacy is essential for developing national strategies to enhance the nuclear medicine adoption and accessibility across the healthcare system. I would like to conclude this. Nuclear medicine plays a very pivotal role in addressing India's rising diseases burden by enabling early diagnosis and precision treatment, which align with sustainable development goals focused on the sustainability and improved healthcare access. A well-integrated nuclear medicine framework is essential for achieving Vision 2047, ensuring the equitable and cost-effective healthcare for all citizens. To fully realize the potential of nuclear medicine, significant investment support the policies and continuous innovations are necessary. By incorporating nuclear medicine into healthcare system, India could build a robust and progressive healthcare system, fostering a Viksit Bharat for future generation. Thank you.
This is my review report for the article Nuclear Medicine, a Key Driver for Sustainable Healthcare in India, written by the Aswathy Rajesh from Jain University, Bangalore. Here, the title of the article was relevant to the article. Abstract was comprehensive. Keywords, all components were included and appropriate. Abbreviations which were used in the paper were correct, but they need to be explained at some areas that you may correct later on. Scientific problem of the study was included in the text. Gaps in the existing research and new problems were mentioned in the paper. Review of literature was good and the discussion was coherent. Conclusions were convincing and reliable. References to the earlier study were included, 51 references. They all are good and new. Level of author's knowledge was good. Length of paper was adequate, that is 19 pages. The English language was suitable for scholarly communication. Value of the work was scientific with practical utility. Then acknowledgements and conflict of interest they were mentioned in the text. And then the contribution to the field, technical quality and depth of research were all good. So this article may be accepted for publication. Congratulations to you, author.
Yeah, good morning to one and all present here. Today I'm going to discuss about the topic regarding journey from Millennium Development Goals to Sustainable Development Goals. Before starting of this topic, let me talk about what is MDG and what is SDG. MDG belongs to the Millennium Development Goal. It was started in the year of 2000 and then at the year of 2015 somewhere it has been converted into the Sustainable Development Goals. The basic difference between Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals are there. That MDG was started or it is originated in the year of 2000, while SDG has been started in the year of 2015. MDG having 8 goals, while the Sustainable Development Goals having 17 different type of goals are there. There were total 21 targets are there in MDG, while in SDG there are 169 targets are there. In MDG there were total 48 indicators are there, while in SDG there were 232 indicators are there. So the period for Millennium Development Goal, that was from 2001 onwards to 2015. So somewhere we can say it was work or it was continued for 50. While from 2016 onwards, we are working on the Sustainable Development Goals, one of the important basic parameters. Ultimately, the goal of each and everything is only one thing. Okay, we have to reduce the poverty in any country. We would improve the health status of the people so that their life expectancy is going to be increased, so that the standard of life is also going to be increased, and the economical growth of any nation is going to work in proper form. So like this, these are the basic parameters are there for which we are going to discuss. If we, nowadays we are all people are working, we know there are total 17 goals are there, which is saying as a sustainable development goals. At Millennium Development Goal, that was also good. There were 8 goals are there, and all the country were working for it. But then their scope was very high, and they converted this whole Millennium Development Goals into the Sustainable Development Goals, so that they are going to be cover more number of indicators in that, and the health standard of each and everyone is going to be improved. That I'm going to be talk about all the 17 indicators which is working in Sustainable Development Goal. The first is extreme poverty. No person should be there who is working onto the poverty. Second, there should be no hunger. No person should. There should be no any person who is not getting proper meals, or he's not getting the meal properly, or he's not able to eat the things. The third is that improved health and life standards for each citizen. Each and every person should get the appropriate health and whatever the resources he require to maintain his life. The fourth is that there should be a good education, and at the end of education, the person should get a good job. The fifth is that gender similarity. There should be no distinction between the male and female. Everyone should get equal opportunity. Sixth goal is that clean and drinkable water. Each and everyone should get the appropriate water. Then the next goal is that cost of energy should be very less. Then the economic growth of each and every country should be nice. The ninth goal, which is very important, that is industry, innovation, infrastructure. In SDG, the innovation is play very important role because they are more focused on that. We should get the solution of each and everything based on the innovation and some good things, so that we'll get a good solution for each and every problems. The next goal is that is reduce the inequalities among the people. And next is that all the cities, those who are highly populated, there must be appropriate measures so that the population and the people, those who are living in the appropriate standards. The next is that the consumption and production, whatever the things we are consumed, so that we have to understand whether what is the number of production out of it. Then climate action, we have everyone has to be contributed to maintain the climate of the country. Then we have to be think about the animals, or the whole, we can say all the insects and all the fishes which are under the water. We have to be think about we can say biogeography and everything. And then the people, those who are living onto the land, we have to take care about it. So we have to be very careful about the environment. Then we have to be talk about peace, justice, and strong institutions. So everyone should get an appropriate peace, and that they can go in their life in a very very good way. Next, we need to maintain a good partnership with the people so that we are able to achieve the goal in that. Ultimately, the aim of this whole that sustainable development goals, or we can say the millennium development goals, ultimately, so we should improve the standard of the people, and in this whole way, the medical science is going to play very important, because ultimately, if we are able to achieve a good target, if we are able to increase the if we are able to improve the life standard of the people, so mortality rate is also going to be reduced. The maternal mortality rate is also going to be reduced. And mortality rate is also going to be reduced. The people, those who are dying because of the inappropriate nutrition, that is also going to be reduced. And a lot of challenges are there, that is regarding non-communicable disease. That is also we are going to recover based on that. So we can say if we are able to achieve all the sustainable development goals, we are able to achieve the target of this DG. So ultimately, the life is also going to increase out of it. Okay, vision of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji is also that there must be Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, and Viksit Bharat. So if we are going to be contribute in a good way, and if we are able to achieve all the targets which has been assigned by the Sustainable Development Goals, ultimately India will be considered as a Viksit Bharat and Shastra Bharat. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
This is review for the article that is Journey from Millennium Development Goals to Sustainable Development Goals, a Roadmap, written by Dr. Vipin Vageriya. So the title was relevant to the article. Then abstract and keywords need to be included in the write-up. And then abbreviations also need to be included. Then scientific problem of the study was included in the introduction or the text. Gaps in the existing research was mentioned, and review of literature was good, and the drawings and photographs mentioned in the text were appropriate, and discussion was coherent, conclusions were convincing and reliable. References to earlier studies, there were only 5 references, and I suggest you to include only the 5 years back new references. So you can increase the number of references also. The level of author's knowledge was good. Length of paper, you can improve a little bit because it was only 9 pages. The number of words, you can increase a little bit. And then English language was suitable for scholarly communication. Value of the work was scientific practical utility. And then conflicts of interest, acknowledgements, they need to be included. Then contribution to the field, technical quality, and depth of research, all are good. So this article may be accepted for the publication. Congratulations.
Good morning. Today I am presenting a conference paper on the title of Role of Artificial Intelligence in the Healthcare Field. Sustainable Development Goals 2030 and Building Futures for Viksit Bharat at the rate 2047. In the scenario, the AI system in our days to be very useful, then the conference paper title is As India and Bisen Becoming a Developing Nation by 2047. AI emerges as a transformative force in the healthcare poised to address change of accessibility, affordability, and quality. AI integration into healthcare system to hold to the potential to uprising the diagnostics, treatment, patient care, and bridging gaps in the rural and urban healthcare delivery. Then AI driven technologies such as predictive analytics, machine learning, and language processing can be early detection of disease, personalized treatment plan, and efficient hospital management. Then it is help in the telemedicines and other fields. Then AI significantly contribute to creating a robust, inclusive and sustainable healthcare ecosystem in Viksit Bharat 2047, ensuring health and well-being for citizens. To advance, even lead to the world, Bharat has its own medical ideology, medical scientist, and medical history. This was demonstrated by Bharat during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the implementation of AI in the healthcare delivery system. Some benefits are here. I will share the benefits to be in the healthcare delivery system. First is to improve the quality of diagnostics. Then second is telemedicine expansions, like to the consultation in the rural communities or rural areas And third is affordable healthcare system to reduces the cost of the treatment. And next is personalized treatment and early detection of disease and prompt diagnosis and treatment. Next is resource allocation. Next is like health monitoring system, and next is predictive analytics. And there are several benefits of AI in the healthcare delivery system to robustic and boost the healthcare delivery in India is Viksit Bharat 2047. Then some challenges are faced in this area or in this process. The first is data privacy and security. The patient data leak. Second is limited digital infrastructure. Third is high implementation cost. Next is lack of skilled workplace. There are deficiencies or lack of staff or faculties in the hospitals. And next is integration issues. Next is resistance technologies. Next is ethical concern, sustainability concern, and there are some concern about to the AI driven technology in the healthcare delivery systems. Thank you.
This is my review report for the article Role of Artificial Intelligence in the Healthcare Field, Sustained Development Goals and Building Future for Viksit Bharat at 2047. Written by Dr. Prashant Gupta from Bareilly International University and also Dr. Suchitra Roy from the same university. Title of the article was relevant to the article written and the abstract was comprehensive. Keywords, all components need to be included. You may check with the keywords once again. Then abbreviations were correct. Scientific problem was included in the text. Gaps in the existing research were mentioned. Review of literature was good. Drawings and photographs included in the text were appropriate. Discussion was coherent. Conclusions were convincing and reliable. And references to earlier studies were included. But older ones you may omit because already you have 58 long references. So earlier than 5 years back references, you may omit that. Level of author's knowledge was good. Length of the paper was adequate, which is of 17 pages. Then English language suitable for scholarly communication. Value of the work was scientific with practical utility. Conflicts of interest and acknowledgements were included in the text. Contribution to the field, technical quality and depth of the research was good. So this article may be accepted for publication. Congratulations to you, my author.
Hello everyone. Today we are here to present on the topic Revolutionizing Diagnostics, the role of AI integrated personal devices in medical imaging. Almost all of us own a smartphone or a smartwatch nowadays. Did you know that these everyday devices are becoming critical tools in revolutionizing healthcare, particularly in the medical imaging? So let's delve deeper into how AI integration is reshaping the field of medical imaging and diagnostics. Artificial intelligence is transforming healthcare, particularly in medical imaging, by enhancing diagnostic accuracy, streamlining workflow, and improving patient outcomes. Its application enables faster and more precise disease detection, benefiting both patients and healthcare providers. However, successfully integrating AI into healthcare systems necessitates overcoming regulatory, ethical, and technological challenges. Addressing these issues is crucial to ensuring safe, effective, and equitable adoption of AI in medical imaging and broader healthcare practices. The implementation of AI in healthcare faces several challenges that must be addressed to ensure effective adoption. Data privacy is a significant concern as AI systems rely heavily on patient data, making them vulnerable to breaches and misuse. Algorithmic bias is another challenge as AI can inadvertently perpetuate existing disparities, emphasizing the need for fairness and transparency. Regional regulatory disparities such as Europe's stringent GDPR and cybersecurity directives compared to the US's more flexible approach further complement the implementation. Additionally, adoption inhibitors include the need for training healthcare workers, resolving liability issues, and establishing robust governance frameworks to ensure accountability and compliance. To overcome the challenges of AI implementation in healthcare, targeted strategies are essential. Regulatory bottlenecks such as the limited availability of FDA-verified AI algorithms must be addressed by streamlining approval processes to accelerate clinical adoption. Tackling data scarcity requires the development of high accuracy annotated data sets and ensuring secure handling of sensitive patient information. The integration of computational imaging with AI can significantly enhance diagnostic capabilities, but seamless data management is critical for its success. Addressing biases in AI algorithms is vital to improve generalizability and ensure equitable healthcare outcomes across diverse patient populations.
Research gaps and future direction towards a sustainable integration. Advancing AI in healthcare requires addressing key research gaps, including the development of high-quality data sets, fostering multidisciplinary collaboration, and establishing standardization in AI application. Future trends points to a surge in AI algorithms, decreasing cost, and the integration of multimodal imaging, all of which enhances the diagnostic and therapeutic precision. AI also paves the way of personalized medicine, enabling tailored interventions that improves disease prediction and treatment outcome. However, ethical consideration remains critical, necessitating robust measuring to ensure patient privacy. Informed concerns and fairness in AI-driven medical decision making process. Conclusion, responsibility, enabling responsible AI integration. AI in healthcare is transforming diagnostic and treatment management, offering precise and efficiency, addressing challenges such as data privacy, regulatory hurdles, and algorithmic biases in critical for widespread adoption. Continuous research collaboration among technologists, clinicians, and policymakers, and ethical oversight will ensure responsible and beneficial AI integration. Future advancement will likely lead to AI-driven personalized, patient care-centered with a focus on trust, safety, and innovation. Thank you.
This is my review report for the article Revolutionizing Diagnostics, the Role of Artificial Intelligence Integrated Personal Devices in Medical Imaging, written by Kareena from Jain University, Bangalore. So here the title of the article was relevant to the article. Abstract was comprehensive. Keywords, all components were included and appropriate. Abbreviations were correct and scientific problem of the study was included in the text. Gaps in the existing research as well as new problems were mentioned in the study. And then review of literature was good. Drawings and photographs which were included in the study were appropriate. Discussion was coherent and conclusions were convincing and reliable. Then reference to the earlier studies which were mentioned in the study, wherein there were a lot of references that were 95, that many are needed, that many are not needed. So you may omit the old references older than 5 years. Rest of the references are adequate for your study. Then level of author's knowledge was good. Length of paper, that is again little bit lengthy, 27 pages. You may little bit concise the length of the paper as per the norms of the journal. English language was suitable for scholarly communication and value of the work was scientific with practical utility. Conflict of interest acknowledgements were included in the study. And then contribution to the field, technical quality and depth of research were all very good. So this article may be accepted for publication. Congratulations to you, author.
Hello, I'm Pervinder, Assistant Professor Biochemistry, Hiranmaya University. I also work at Homeopathic Medical College, Chandigarh, as an Associate Professor of Biophysics and Biochemistry. Then I'm a clinical expert with Intertech Private Limited, auditing hospitals and labs as per the NABH standards. I've been into lab diagnostic services from the last 20 to 25 years. And during this period, I've worked in various departments and then entered into quality and have been a HOD, quality manager and a biochemist. Also worked as a scientific officer. Implemented the NABL, NABH standards in labs and hospitals here around Chandigarh. And during this period, I have dealt into the subject of quality with depth and understood how these various norms of regulation, accreditation and quality assurance are integrated and implemented in labs and hospitals, and these are the things which assure the patients of quality results and quality treatment. So in my article, as I joined teaching in Hiranmaya University after a long service into lab diagnostic services, I started studying again and joined Eudoxia Research University for research. And this is where I started writing the small articles and entered into the field of research, and there are certain topics, titles which I'm working on in research. This is my, I think, first or second, this is the second article I have written, and the subject interests me and I dealt deep into it as I was also implementing it in certain labs and hospitals here in the northern region. And the article briefly describes quality in accreditation and how it is integrated with the regulatory norms of the set up by the Government of India. It talks about Bureau of Indian Standards, International Standard Organization, ISO, then NABL and NABH, and how it helps hospitals and lab to give good results and good treatment to patients. Thank you.
This is my review report for the article Regulation, Quality, Accreditation and Indian Standards, written by Mrs. Pervinder K. The title of the article was relevant to the text written, and then the abbreviations used were correct. Scientific problem was included in the text, and the level of author's knowledge was too good. Length of paper was okay. English language was suitable for scholarly communication. Value of the work was scientific with practical utility. And then contribution to the field of research was very good. So this article may be accepted for publication as it is quite informative for all the researchers. Congratulations to you, author.
Hello, my name is Raimat. I'm an aspiring nuclear medicine technologist at James School of Allied Healthcare and Sciences. In this video, I would be briefly discussing the content of my paper for the Viksit Bharat at 2047 conference. The title of my work is Radiopharmaceutical Innovations for Affordable and Sustainable Cancer Care in India, thereby advancing SDG 3. This paper explores the advancements in radiopharmaceuticals and the application of radiopharmaceuticals in cancer care and also the potential of radiopharmaceuticals to transform India's healthcare landscape. Some of the major objectives of my paper includes addressing the recent advancements in radiopharmaceuticals for cancer care with emphasis on innovations such as lutetium-177 based therapies and therapies using alpha-emitting isotopes like the actinium-225. The second objective of my paper is exploring different strategies to improve the sustainability and affordability of radiopharmaceuticals in India's healthcare system. And last but not the least, we're going to be addressing some affordability challenges and financial solutions that are tailored to reduce the financial burden on cancer patients. Moving on, we'll be looking at the roles of radiopharmaceuticals in managing non-communicable diseases like cancer. Radiopharmaceuticals play a crucial role in the management of cancers through its diagnostic role, its therapeutic role, and also its theranostic role. When we talk about the diagnostic role of radiopharmaceuticals, we're talking about the ability of radiopharmaceuticals to detect cancerous tumor early. Some of these tumors might remain undetected by traditional detection methods. Secondly, the therapeutic role of radiopharmaceuticals has seen significant adjustments in the past few years, particularly for cancers that are resistant to traditional treatments such as chemotherapy. So far, the advancements in radiopharmaceuticals have continued to push the boundaries for precise medicine, thereby enabling early detection, better treatment options, and ultimately improved patient outcomes. The next point is the accessibility and affordability of radiopharmaceuticals in India. There is no doubt that India has actually put in a lot of effort in order to boost its capabilities in the production of radiopharmaceuticals. However, there's been several systemic and infrastructural issues that have posed as an obstacle in the promotion of accessibility of these radiopharmaceuticals, especially in rural areas. Some of the challenges in availability of radiopharmaceuticals in India includes limited infrastructure, high production costs, and lastly, India's regulatory system can be a little complex, and this complexity oftentimes serves as an obstacle in the deployment of new radiopharmaceuticals. My paper also highlights some strategies for enhancing the accessibility of radiopharmaceuticals in India. Some of the strategies include: number one, establishing regional radiopharmaceutical production centers. Creating regional production centers can actually significantly reduce the transportation costs associated with importing radiopharmaceuticals from other countries. This is going to help in enhancing the accessibility and availability of radiopharmaceuticals in underserved areas. The second strategy I've highlighted for enhancing accessibility and affordability is leveraging government initiatives and public-private partnerships, PPPs. Collaborations such as PPPs can play a huge role in enhancing the affordability of radiopharmaceuticals in India. The third strategy highlighted here is the adoption of energy-efficient and cost-effective production methods. The energy-intensive nature of cyclotron can actually increase the cost of radiopharmaceutical production, but if we were to adopt energy-saving techniques, some of which I've highlighted in my paper, like the green chemistry approaches, we can actually significantly reduce the cost of the production of radiopharmaceuticals in India. Here are some recommendations for advancing radiopharmaceutical development. The first point here is incentivizing research and development. What this basically entails is motivating people in the field of nuclear medicine and healthcare in general to engage more in research by providing them with incentives. Another good recommendation is streamlining the regulatory process. A more smooth and less rigorous regulatory process is going to enhance and improve advancements in the field of nuclear medicine. The third point is global collaboration and infrastructural development. Global collaborations, like collaborations with bodies such as the IAEA and WHO, can significantly advance the production and the accessibility of radiopharmaceuticals in India. Number 4 involves providing healthcare professionals, especially those in the field of radiopharmacy and nuclear medicine, such as the nuclear medicine technicians, the nuclear medicine physicians, and radiation safety officers, can actually boost the advancement.
So this is the review that I'm going to give for the article, that is Radiopharmaceutical Innovations for Affordable and Sustainable Cancer Care in India, Advancing Sustainable Development Goal 3, which is written by Ms. Raimat from Jain University, Bangalore. Regarding the review, the title is relevant to the article and abstract was comprehensive, and keywords, all components are included and they were appropriate. And abbreviations also sound to be correct. And then the scientific problem is included in the introduction. There were gaps in the existing research included in the text, and then new problems were also discussed, and review of literature was also good, and then discussion was coherent, conclusions were convincing and reliable. References to earlier studies, they were included, but there were many number of references, like the number of 43, where you can skip off very old studies which are not needed here. Only 5 years back references can be included. This is my suggestion to you. And level of author's knowledge was good, length of paper adequate, and English language was suitable for scholarly communication, and value of the work was scientific with practical utility. And they mentioned about the competing interests, acknowledgements, And then contribution to the field was there, technical quality was good, and depth of research was good. So this article can be accepted for publication. Thank you and congratulations to you.
Hi everyone, myself Dr. Kanchan Koul and I am Assistant Professor and Program Coordinator at Jain University. I take various BPT and MPT programs and I am guide for PhD students too.
Myself Dr. Pratima Sarwadikar. I am presenting the paper at Virtual Conference on Sustainable Development Goal 2030, Viksit Bharat at the 2047, a multidisciplinary international virtual conference. I am Assistant Professor at D.Y. Patel College of Physiotherapy, Pune. So the title of my study is the Holistic Physiotherapy Program for Managing both Obesity and PCOD in Females. PCOD, that is the polycystic ovarian syndrome, is the most common endocrine syndrome affecting about 5 to 10% of women of reproductive age. This condition is characterized by the symptoms such as irregular menstrual cycles, infertility, excessive hair growth, and the pregnancy complications. The aim of this study was to manage the weight gain and the polycystic ovarian syndromes in females. This study was an experimental study with 2 parallel groups. The patients was recruited from the physiotherapy OPD in June 2024 to December 2024. The sample size was 15 in each group. There are 2 groups were there, control group and the experimental group. Randomization is done by the computerized allocation system, which is of 1:1 ratio. In inclusion criteria, women between the age of 18 to 35% diagnosed with the PCOS by the gynecologist, BMI of 25 to 35 kg per meter square, subjects who were willing to participate in the study, and the woman is able to do the exercise. Exclusion criteria were women with the other cause of menstrual disturbances, cardiovascular problems, neurological problems, and the women who take the anti-obesity medications. In control group, breathing exercises, self-stretching exercises, and the counseling about the diet and subject were assessed at the baseline in pre and the post after the 10 weeks of intervention. For the experimental group, we have given the warm-up for the 5 minutes, cool down for the 5 minutes for the upper extremity and lower extremity exercise. Then physiotherapy care included the aerobic exercises like brisk walking for the 10 minutes, cycling for 10 minutes, spot marching for the 10 minutes. A set of exercises for the higher intensity has been given at the rate of pursued exertion of 30 to 15 scale on the basis of box scale. So in the baseline assessment, we have taken the age of the participants, BMI, body fat percentage, and the history of menstrual cycle, that is the irregular and the irregular periods, and the frequency of eating in a day. So the group 1, that is a control group, shows the reduction in the post BMI and the post body fat percentage. So the p value is significant for the group 1, and the major difference is 2.61 for the body fat and for the BMI 1.16. Another group shows the BMI values has been reduced and the body fat value has been reduced for the interventional group, and which is more difference seen in group 2 as compared to the group 1. So, in discussion for the maintaining the and increasing the physical activity, it is very important to prevent the further complications in the female with having the polycystic ovarian syndrome. So this study shows the less or the reduction in the body BMI and the body fat in women with PCOS. And the conclusion for this study is, this study concluded for the obese women with PCOS were effective in promoting the weight loss and improving the quality of life. In addition to exercise and the health advice, following the structured protocol had a significant impact on the weight loss outcome, including the BMI and the body fat, as well as we recommended that physical exercise, lifestyle modification, diet modification should be considered the first line treatment to achieve the improvement in health and prevention of associated comorbidities in women with polycystic ovarian disease. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pratima, for a great paper on holistic physiotherapy program for managing both obesity and PCOD in females. It is a nowadays concern that we should bring on PCOD kind of concepts and look more about the women health and program. Introduction and abstract was well designed. The methodology was well put up. I believe that results lack little bit about statistical calculation and p-values not being shown clearly, and statistical significance and clinical significance was not clearly being shown. So I believe that the paper has a good quality. It has graphical representations a lot, and in depth the comparison of control group was given. I believe if the limitations to the paper is added, it can give more value to the paper, and have I would also recommend that if references are cited well as per APA format, it may give more weightage to the paper. And in depth you should be adding on little bit about ethical clearance, from which department and which place it was taken up can give more weightage to the paper. I thank you, Team Vedanta, for calling me as a session chair for the conference, India's biggest virtual conference on sustainable development 2023, Bridging Gaps, Building Future for Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you so much, Team Vedanta. I look forward to see you again. Thank you.
Hello to one and all. My name is Dr. Namita Pandey. I am working in the Babu Banarsi Das University of Lucknow. I was a hardcore journalist. I worked in various prominent newspapers of India. I started my career from the Hindustan Samachar Agency, which was in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. And then I shifted to newspapers. From Central Chronicle, I started as a trainee journalist. And after that I switched to the Free Press, the Times of India, the Pioneer, and National Herald. There are a lot of newspapers of India in which I worked. And after my marriage, I thought I should shift it to academic field, because it is tough for a woman to work till late nights in like media. So there was a pressure of my family even. And so I shifted to the academic fields. After taking a rest of like a year, I did my PhD from the lovely professional university Punjab. The area of my research was the women journalist of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. In 2023 my PhD was completed, and after that I worked in the Dehradun University, and then I came back to my hometown Lucknow, and I am working here. Presently I am working here. And before that I did my B.Ed even for the academic field, but I was not satisfied with the B.Ed, only B.Ed, and this is why I did my PhD. I did my PhD with flying colors, and I am happy and satisfied that I am a good academician now, and I am good because my students, I can see the satisfaction and smile on the face of my students whenever I teach them, and this makes me a good academician, I think. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and bye to all.
Namaskar everyone. I'm Dr. Aastha Saxena, Assistant Professor Selection Grade, Journalism and Mass Communication Department, ISD University. And today I'm here to present my research paper titled Digital Media as a Catalyst for Achieving SDGs Building Future for Bharat at 2047. As we all know, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals aims to tackle critical global issues including poverty, equality, climate change, and healthcare. The 17 goals are the call to action for all the nations to work toward a more sustainable, equitable future by 2030. India, with its dynamic and rapidly growing digital landscape, holds immense potential to leverage digital media in achieving these SDGs, particularly as we approach march towards independence anniversary at 2047. Today I will discuss how digital media is playing a transformative role in sectors such as education, healthcare, gender equality, and climate action, all of which contribute to the sustainable Bharat. In 2015, the United States adopted the SDGs, recognizing that sustainable development is vital to tackle some of the world's most pressing challenges. India, with over 1.4 billion people, has a unique opportunity to make these goals, especially through digital technologies. Digital media initiatives, improve internet connectivity, and the rise of smartphones have made information more accessible. Platforms like social media, mobile app, e-government portals have become key role in addressing these SDGs rapidly or related issues. However, India is still facing certain challenges if we talk about digital divide, limited digital literacy, or misinformation, particularly in rural areas. In my research, I explored how digital media bridge these gaps, focusing on its important critical areas like education, healthcare, gender equalities, and climate change. The objective for this particular research paper was the number one was the effectiveness of digital platforms in education and skill development. The two was the rise of telemedicine and mobile healthcare apps in improving the healthcare access in India. The role of social media in promoting gender equality and women empowerment. And the last one was the use of digital tools for climate action and sustainable agriculture growth. The key findings of my research paper, if we talk about SDG 4, that is related to education, over 75% of urban respondents use digital platforms like SWAM to acquire new skills and knowledge. However, in rural areas, only 40% of the people have access to these resources, highlighting the sharp digital divide. Interestingly, in my research paper, I could find out that women are more likely to engage in online courses due to the flexibility and safety offered in the various digital platforms, as they have to sit at home and do all such courses. The major challenges which include in this HGT is the limited internet access in remote areas, as I have talked about in my findings also, and the language barrier are most of the content are in Hindi and English, and not in regional languages. That is why it becomes difficult for rural people to understand. If I talk about STT 3, that is related to healthcare, during COVID-19 pandemic, telemedicine services say are 100% increase, especially in 2-tier and 3-tier cities. And mobile apps like Arogya Setu have played a vital role in spreading health awareness and tracking diseases. There are certain challenges in this particular area also, as we have low digital literacy, particularly among older populations, and high cost of smartphones and data plans for low income households, especially in rural areas, is still the challenge when we talk about healthcare sector. If I go to SGT 5, that is gender equality, social media movements like Me Too has given women a platform to share their voices and experiences. Platforms like Sheroes have enabled women to start businesses and find mentorship. But still there are certain challenges, like about 40% of the women respondents reported experiencing online harassment, which is a very, very crucial problem in India. The prevalence of misorganic contents remains a significant concern when we talk about women's safety and security. If I talk about SDT 13, that is related to climate action, digital campaigns like Climate Strike have raised awareness among 65% of youth in India. Platforms like Subidha have helped farmers adopt climate smart agriculture practices. But if I talk about the challenges, still the limitation of the participation from older and less savvy populations are still a problem, and high technology adoption cost for rural farmers is still a problem. And if I go to the discussion of my research paper, it is basically strengthening the digital infrastructure, particularly in rural area, is the most important thing which the government has to think of. Implementation of nationwide digital literacy programs, especially targeting the elderly and rural opportunities, as I've discussed in the first point also, that is the most crucial thing that has to be done, because digitalization in urban areas is done, but especially the government need to work in the rural department sector. And fostering public-private partnership to scale digital initiatives aimed at SDT is also one of the things which I could find out in my research paper. I would like to conclude my research by saying digital media is not only a tool but a powerful catalyst for achieving the SDGs in India. While we have seen considerable progress in education, healthcare, gender equality, and climate action, there is still much to be done, especially in the rural areas. By focusing on bridging the digital divide, enhancing digital literacy, and fostering safe online spaces, India can harness the full potential of digital media to achieve a sustainable and inclusive future. As we move towards Bharat at 2047, we have the opportunity to transform the nation and become a global leader in achieving sustainable development. Thank you for your time, and I look forward for further discussions.
Good morning to one and all. Here I am with some suggestions for the paper of Dr. Akansha. Akansha ji, you have done a very good paper, I must say. The paper titled Digital Media as a Catalyst for Achieving Sustainable Development Goals, Building Future for Bharat at 2047. The topic you have chosen and the flair of writing of yours is up to the mark. Being a proud member of mass communication fraternity, I must say that your papers like yours will definitely help our country to achieve the vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047. I congratulate you for such a great paper you have made. Though it was all good, but I found some of the things missing in your paper, and I'm suggesting you for that so as to enhance the quality of your paper. The first and foremost is, Dr. Akansha, that in your paper you must add some theory to strengthen the theoretical work. Theories like there are many theories in mass communication you must be aware of. Like if I would if I had been in your place, I would have taken the policy of digital divide theory. I would have taken the theory of digital divide, or the media and development theory, or participatory communication theory to support my paper. So strengthen your theoretical work. This is my first suggestion. Second is policy analysis. As your paper talks about the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, so I must say that why don't you take any one policy of state government or central government, any of the policy of 17 goals there are, so opt any one policy and try to analyze the work done in that policy, like what media has actually done to for the momentum of that policy, what media has done to to attain the momentum of that, the momentum and the result for that policy. What media, the role of media in attaining the output of that policy, must do that. Analyze any one of the policy of central or state government. And third, which is like the third and the last one, is please add the statistical data in your paper. Visual analytics is needed. The pie charts, the bar diagrams and all. It will not only enhance your paper, but it will also make the layman understand what actually Dr. Akansha has written, and it is needed. Being a researcher, it is our duty to convey our points to one and all, so that they can easily understand what we really want to communicate in our paper. And being a mass communication person, it is our duty to communicate our things in proper manner so that one and all can get our points. So try to incorporate statistical data and visual analytics in your paper. It will enhance your paper. It will make more interesting. This is the 3 suggestions I want to give you, Dr. Akansha. This is all from my side. Congratulations for your paper. It is a well-deserved paper. Thank you so much, all of you.
Namaskar everyone. This is Dr. Ruchi Goswami, Associate Professor, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, IS University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. The topic of my presentation is Empowered Women, Empowered Nation, Jaipur's contribution to India's growth by 2047. The empowerment of women is not just a social imperative but a cornerstone of national development. Jaipur, the capital city of Rajasthan, has historically been a hub of art, culture, and progressive movements. In recent years, the city has emerged as a model for promoting gender equality, women empowerment, with a vision to contribute significantly to India's growth by 2047. Jaipur's initiatives in education, skill development, and entrepreneurship have empowered women to lead transformative change. As India marches towards its vision of becoming a developed nation, the role of women in fostering sustainable development cannot be overstated. Women empowerment in Jaipur is not merely about ensuring equality, but about unlocking the potential of half of the population to actively participate in every aspect of development. The research study seeks two major objectives: to analyze the impact of women empowerment initiatives in Jaipur on socio-economic development, their contribution towards achieving India's vision of Viksit Bharat at the rate 2047. Another objective is to identify challenges and opportunities in advancing gender equality in Jaipur and propose actionable strategies for scaling women empowerment models across India. The research employed a qualitative approach combining primary and secondary data collection methods to analyze the role of women in Jaipur's socio-economic development and their contribution to India's growth by 2047. The methodology includes primary data, it includes interviews, focused group discussions, secondary data, study approach, focus research in Mahesh Nagar, Jaipur, primary data included interviews conducted with a total of 10 women entrepreneurs, educators, and policymakers in Jaipur to gather first-hand insights into their experiences and challenges. Total 2 focus group discussions held with community leaders, beneficiaries of government programs to evaluate the impact of various initiatives. Secondary data included analysis of government reports, policy documents, program evaluations related to women empowerment in Rajasthan. Review of academic literature, journal articles, case studies to understand global and national trends in women empowerment. The case study included in-depth analysis of specific success stories of NGO, Jaipur, Dhwani Foundation and its initiatives for women empowerment. Documentation of innovative practices and sustainable models for women empowerment within Jaipur's socio-economic framework. The study includes focused research in Mahesh Nagar, Jaipur to provide a localized perspective. The study concentrated on 4 key areas of women empowerment in Mahesh Nagar and Mansarovar, Jaipur. Assessing the impact of local schools, vocational training centers, regional and literary programs. Entrepreneurship including evaluating the role of women-led small businesses and startup programs, along with the support key received from local and state level initiatives. Jaipur's framework for women empowerment includes so many key points. Some key points are here as education as a catalyst. Education, the bedrock of empowerment. Jaipur has witnessed significant growth in the number of educational institutions focusing on women's education. Initiatives like Rajasthan Free Education Program and Scholarship for Girl Students have encouraged higher enrollment, retention in schools and colleges. Promoting women entrepreneurship. The Pink City is a home to several women-led startups and enterprises. Organizations such as Rajasthan Women Entrepreneurs Association, RWEA, and initiatives like Startup Rajasthan program have provided financial and technical support to women entrepreneurs. Case studies of successful women-led businesses highlight cities' conduct environment for innovation and economic independence. Leadership in government and policy making. Jaipur has been at the forefront of promoting women's leadership in government. Policies mandating women's participation in Panchayati Raj institutions have resulted in an increased number of women leaders addressing grassroots issues effectively. The state government programs like Rajiv Gandhi Scheme for Empowerment of Adolescent Girls have further empowered women leaders also. Dhwani Foundation, a step towards women empowerment in Jaipur. Dhwani Foundation, one of our NGOs we focused upon, has emerged as a significant contributor to women empowerment in Jaipur, addressing critical gaps in education, skill development, economic independence. The foundation's initiatives focus on enabling women, particularly from underprivileged and marginalized communities, to overcome societal and economic barriers, paving the way for inclusive development. Areas and key initiatives and impact. Education and digital literacy programs. Dhwani Foundation organizes educational workshops and digital literacy programs to equip women with essential skills for modern workplaces. The foundation has collaborated with local schools and training centers in Jaipur to ensure that women and girls, especially in areas like Mansarovar, Maheshnagar, gain access to quality education and vocational training. Entrepreneurship development. Through mentorship programs, financially literacy workshops, Dhwani Foundation empowers women to start and sustain small businesses. Women artisans and entrepreneurs are supported in developing market-ready products, particularly crafts and textiles, which are integral to Jaipur's economy. Healthcare and well-being. The foundation runs awareness campaigns on maternal health, nutrition, mental well-being, ensuring that women are equipped with the knowledge to take charge of their health. While healthcare units in partnership with local clinics have improved access to healthcare for women in underserved areas. Leadership and community engagement. Dhwani Foundation encourages women to take leadership roles in their communities by conducting workshops on governance, public speaking and decision making. The foundation works closely with local governance bodies to ensure women's voices are represented in community planning and decision making processes. Support for self-help groups (SHGs). By partnering with self-help groups, Dhwani Foundation facilitates microfinance opportunities and group skill training. These SHGs empower women to collectively address challenges, share knowledge, and achieve financial independence. Success stories include entrepreneurial triumph. The group of women artisans trained by Dhwani Foundation successfully launched a small business selling eco-friendly handicrafts, gaining recognition in local markets and online platforms. Healthcare access in Mansarovar. Women in Maheshnagar benefited from Foundation's health awareness drives. Mobile clinic significantly improving maternal and child health in area. Digital inclusion. Several young women from underserved communities have acquired digital literacy, opening doors to job opportunities and online entrepreneurship. Challenges addressed. Dhwani Foundation focuses on breaking cultural norms that restrict women's participation in the workforce and decision making. It addresses financial barriers by connecting women to microfinance institutions and providing training in resource management. Awareness campaigns challenge stereotypes and foster an environment where women are encouraged to lead. Analysis discussion major findings. Study highlights that women empowerment initiatives in Jaipur have significantly contributed to social economic development. Education programs, particularly in Mansarovar, have resulted in improved literacy and vocational training for women, enabling them to secure better job opportunities and financial independence. While Jaipur has made significant strides in promoting gender equality, several challenges persist. Cultural barriers, including patriarchal norms and societal expectations, continue to limit women's participation and leadership in certain economic activities. Resource limitations such as inadequate funding for healthcare and skill development programs hinder scalability of successful initiatives. Policy gaps, including inconsistent implementation and monitoring, further exacerbate these challenges. Findings of the study. vocational skill development, literacy and vocational training programs in Jaipur have improved women's employability. Rural-urban disparities remain significant. Entrepreneurial growth. Women-led enterprises in Jaipur are thriving, particularly in traditional crafts, modern startups aided by microfinance, mentorship and programs. Healthcare accessibility. Enhanced maternal and mental health programs have positively impacted women's well-being, but gaps in rural healthcare persist. Women participation in local governance and decision-making has increased, fostering inclusive community development. Organizations like Dhwani Foundation have played a critical role in bridging gaps left by government programs, offering innovative solutions. Government schemes have been effective in promoting education and entrepreneurship. Consistent implementation limits their full potential. Deeply-rooted societal norms continue to restrict women's autonomy, particularly in rural areas of Jaipur. Digital literacy programs have expanded women access to resources and opportunities, especially in rural and urban areas. Mahesh Nagar and Mansarovar showcases the positive impact of targeting interventions in education, entrepreneurship and healthcare sectors as well. Innovative practices from Jaipur such as women-led cooperatives, digital education programs have high potential for application in other regions of India. Some challenges I would like to quote. Persist social norms and cultural barriers, limited access to financial resources and credit for women entrepreneurs, gender gaps as we all know in higher education and workforce participation, insufficient mentorship opportunities and networks for women professionals, technological barriers among women in rural areas, and above all, the financial issues for the overall development of any area become the key challenges to ponder upon. Thank you so much.
My warm regards, my sincere good morning to one and all present in the conference. This is Dr. Namita Pandey from Lucknow, BBT University. Today I am talking about the paper of Dr. Ruchi Goswami. Madam is from IIS University, Jaipur, and Madam, as I have gone through your papers, I saw that it is a wonderful paper on which you worked. The topic was wonderful. Your work is commendable. Your topic was Empowered Women, Empowered Nation, Jaipur Contribution to India's Growth by 2047. So it is a good paper. Your work is like, you have done a well job. But still I found some perspectives missing in your paper. And so I am giving suggestions to you. This will not only enhance the quality of your paper, but will also prove to be helpful for further researchers or further studies. Today I'll talk about 4 points on which I find some points missing. First is the objectives. Madam, although your objectives were clearly defined, but still I found that as we are talking about Viksit Bharat, so your paper should focus on the national growth of women, like how women empowerment of Jaipur directly contributes to the national growth of India. As we are talking about Viksit Bharat 2047, so we should talk about the national thing first. Now it comes in our mind, the mindset has to be about the national growth. So better you should make a point like how the women of Jaipur or the women of Rajasthan can contribute for the national growth and what all they need for the their empowerment. The second point was the focus area of your research. As you worked on the, it is like I read your paper and I came through it. I came through the points that you have touched, like education, skill development, case studies, and entrepreneurship. There are various things, social and cultural aspects you have also touched. So this is like commendable. You have worked a great. You have worked a lot in that. So as far as education and skill development is concerned, ma'am, you must work on the scheme of central government, which is Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao Yojana, or you can also figure out the Shiksha Setu Yojana of your state government. It should also be highlighted in your paper, because these two are the big schemes which the Indian government and the state government is working on, so as to increase the education level of women. I think that as far as the literacy rate is concerned, Rajasthan is on the Rajasthan's literacy rate of female was 52.2% in the last reports. So it is also the gender gap of literacy rate is very much in Rajasthan. It is the widest in India. So I think that you should work on these schemes as well. You should analyze the schemes, the center and the state schemes, and you should figure out that what is the reason behind this girls are not getting education, girls are not going to schools. What is the reason behind that? You should work out on it. You should analyze the problem and should give suggestions for that. Then I will come with the statistical approach. Ma'am, your entire process you have taken, qualitative approach was good, but still graphical representation should be added in that. I think that it will enhance the quality of your paper, the graphical representation, like the pie charts, the bar graphs, and all can enhance your paper quality. So try to include all these things in your paper. Then in statistical approach, one suggestion of mine, if you can take that, it is that you can compare the women empowerment progress of Jaipur to Rajasthan, and then to the India. Again, it is about the national thing. So better, you can connect these three perspectives: the perspective of Jaipur, the Rajasthan, and the India. Compare the level of women empowerment in these three peripheries, so that it can enhance your paper and can make it good for the national level thing. Last but not the least, as we are talking about Vision Bharat at 2047, about the vision Viksit Bharat of 2047. So again we are talking about the India, I think. So it is better you can discuss how Jaipur can serve as a model city. Jaipur can serve as a model city for women's empowerment in India. These are all my suggestions I want to give you. If you can work on this, I assure you that your paper quality will enhance, and it will prove beneficial for the whole society, for Jaipur, for Rajasthan, and for whole India, because we are talking about Viksit Bharat. So we must work on the overall development of country. I think this is all from my side. Thank you so much for your precious time, and congratulations for this wonderful work you have done, Dr. Ruchi. Congratulations once again. Thank you so much.